Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly Show, episode 29. Hope everyone's keeping well, and welcome to the stream. Good evening to my panelists, Hot Fuzz, or my admin coordinator, host of the show, Hot Fuzz. How are you, mate?
Feeling powerful. I wish I had this kind of power over Man United, but you know, pick people to kick them out, mute them, deafen them. Could do all sorts of things. It'll be my play toy, and just have the fates of everybody underneath the palm of my hand and my little keyboard warrior fingers can cast
right.
many
So
effects.
that's two things you're going to play with now, Fuzz. Yeah. First one on air, and I'm not going to say the second one, but
Wow. And Anthony, how are you, mate? Good to see you. Well,
I'm not
can't
too
see
bad.
you. Can't see you, but
Yeah.
it's good to hear you. Isn't it, right?
You can't see me. Yeah.
You
How's the
can't
rock
see
doing?
me.
How's
Yeah,
the rock doing?
yeah. I turned ill now. You know, old Cena. I've teamed up with the Rock. I kicked Cody Rhodes between the legs, and that was it. So, but apart from that, I'm good, team. And I know we're going to be talking about obviously our teams, but the game I watched last night was, well, I didn't expect it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we'll come on to that. Let's just say hello to as always, the great people in the chat that come to see us and join in with the chat. First one is Pepsi. Evening, Pepsi. No Pepsi tonight because I'm on the 7-Up. Brilliant.
That's fine. I'm on the Iron Brew.
Good evening, Frog.
Iron Brew.
Iron Brew.
By the way, Iron Brew.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, they've gone crazy, the pair of
That's
That's what Snow White said. Evening, Pepsi, and a good wing, and say hello to each other. Brendan, good evening to yourself as well, mate. Evening all on the panel, Pepsi and the Frog, and they're saying hello to each other as always. Good evening to Howard. Good evening, all you beautiful people coming, you irons, and respect to yourself as well, Howard. Matty, good evening to yourself. Big up Tony Panel in the chat. Super Howard in the ass. And of course, the wonderful and glorious Mama Flossie. Evening, lads. Good evening to yourself, Mama, as well.
Big up, Mama.
Mama.
We were just saying a great show you did with Budgie last night, new concept, and it went really well. So it was good to see that. And also, good evening and welcome to Cowboys and Indian, the footballing show. Good evening. He's saying evening all. Evening to yourself. Great show you did with James the other day. And people, if you haven't already, please go over and see Cowboys and Indian, the footballing show, and make sure you share, like, and obviously give him a great subscribe as well. Great guy, talks some great sense as well. So make sure we share the love as always. Evening, chat. Evening, Michael. Hope you well. Evening, good, bad, and the invisible. And all you regular chatters. I don't know if it means you or me, Anthony.
Me.
Bless you, Rob. Thank you, matey. Good to see you back online, Gaffer. No, thanks, mate, and hope you're keeping well as well. Seeing those pictures of you and the missus, really good photos, mate. Evening to Frog as well. Good evening, Daz. Hope you're well, matey. And they're saying like that, Mr. Owls, I presume. Barcelona's already down to 10, yeah. Kubas has been sent off in the 22nd minute. I've just seen it come through. And they're saying hello, Trav, as always. Good evening, Anthony. I thought I saw an alpaca in the back of a Triumph Herald in the car park.
We have to get those ferrets sorted out, Howard, because apparently they belong to Tom. His ferrets are missing.
Oh, man. I do miss my ferrets. Good evening, Terence. Hope you well. Good evening, gentlemen. Talks my man. Usual. Good to see you as well. And all saying like as always. Good evening, Ian. Hope you're all good. And Frog saying, evening all to you beautiful people. Cut to the chase. That's the fun. Cut to the chase. Yeah, saying like each other. It's all good. You're most welcome, Mama. And also, what I shall do, I will send the link to you for Monday night when we do the watch along together for the West Ham Newcastle game. So, looking forward to that one again. It's a good stream last time we did it. Good evening, Stephen. Every well. Good evening, guys. Good evening to yourself as well. And as she's saying there, please make sure we hit the like button and don't forget to go over to Fuzzy's channel as well. He's linking it, or I don't know if he is or not, and as well because I can't tell at the moment. And
I'm not live on my end. Yeah.
No.
'Cause I've still got the perms. I keep logging into your account. I can't send it back to my location.
Oh, damn. My bad. I should have. Yeah, no worries. Michael Blease is saying, how's that team, Bristol City, doing? Going for playoff shit, Anthony?
Yeah, we're going for the playoffs. We beat the Millwall 2-0 last night, and you know what? I'm so happy. The hatred that I got against Millwall, unbelievable. But I'm glad that we got the 3 points, and we're in the playoffs. We're 6th.
Nice. And I don't know if you know, obviously going on to that, the Millwall sit thing, have you seen that they tried to increase the match ban for the keeper after what he did to Mateta?
Yes.
And then they're kind of blaming the media for it all. Well, I don't think the media lifted the keeper up to kick Mateta in the head. But hey, that's a different story.
Different story, yeah. But, you know, he's rightly so. I mean, I believe that I heard that he had stitches.
25 stitches.
Round by his eye, round to his ear or something like that. So that's what I read anyway. But
yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen them kind of challenges before. I remember one player, he looked like he got shot in the head.
Yeah.
As he's got for the ball, the player's up in the air, and he's literally had metal studs as well, and he literally caught him square on in the forehead. Knocks him out. He don't even remember. He goes, remember seeing him up in the air, and that's the last thing he remembers.
Blimey.
Howard's asking, is Arteta the new Messiah?
Yeah.
No, he's a prick. Move on.
Lifetime contract.
One game doesn't make a difference.
Well,
you know.
Every goal he scored, or Arsenal scored last night, is a year added on to his contract extension.
Wow.
Or is an extra 0 on the end of his pay.
No, I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy. Do you know what, Tane? I've got a message. It's just pinged up on my thing, and it said PSG are roasting Liverpool. So I don't know what the score is in that game at the minute, but it's just literally come up on my.
If they are, they're roasting a resounding 0-0.
Oh, so it must be domination in the game then. So it must be all PSG then. Yeah.
I can give you a rundown of the stats if you want. So PSG have got 66% possession to Liverpool's 34. PSG have had 11 goal attempts to Liverpool's 0. 5 of them on target, 4 of them off goal, 2 of them block shots, 3 of them big chances, 3 corner kicks to Liverpool's 1. Shots inside the box are 6-0. Shots from outside the box 5-0. Alisson's made 5 saves. And 1 offside for PSG, which was their goal that they had scored.
Ah.
Good evening, Colin. How are you doing? Well, good evening, Tony, Fuzzy, Anthony. You wonderful gentleman. Glad to see you back, mate. Thanks very much, Colin. Appreciate all the kind of comments from people. Really like that. Howard saying, even after smashing the Belgian Club Bruges. Evening, James.
To win the Champions League.
Yes, seen that as well. Good evening, Tony, Fuzz, Anthony in the chat. Hope you're well, James.
Yeah, big up, James.
Even there. Michael saying, only way you can extend ban if they can prove he did it with intent, otherwise it's 3-match ban. And this is the thing, I mean, you know, and I suppose the only way you can tell if it's intent there is obviously it's where he's looking. Is he looking at the ball or is he looking at the player? And that's probably the only way of, you know.
I've got the perfect experiment to get a guilty verdict, right? You know them tests that sometimes your therapist gives you when they show you a picture and you got to say the first word that comes to mind on instinct, right? And he'll go through all of these different pictures and then you pull out a picture of Jean-Claude Mateta. And if he goes to an angry scowl like, oh, kill, they'll know for sure that he definitely meant it.
Could just imagine Anthony there kind of figure that showed a picture of Havertz and then Arteta You know. Odegaard, all the good players
Oh
for us.
god.
Anthony Hulk Herbert.
Oh yeah. I
Be a
seriously
big
would
hole
be.
in the wall of the therapist's
Yeah.
office.
Mikel Arteta and his famous chums. That goes down really great, doesn't it? So,
Yeah, Anthony came in through the door, but then he left through the wall. It was it was an interesting episode.
Everyone's saying obviously about the game. Yes, 0-0 all over them. It's a great game there. PSG have won disallowed, I believe. Yeah, Fuzzy just said that one as well. Cowboys and Indian are saying indeed PSG are teaching Liverpool a lesson. Liverpool should be 3-0 down. Good evening to Lee, the Arsenal Alliance. Make sure you go and see his channel as well. Give him a little bit of love.
we got Lee.
It was bad what the McMill keeper done. Yeah, I mean, lucky enough it wasn't. It was in an area. At least it kind of it's been repaired, but yeah, not good. Even Mama saying hello to each other. Filthy Millwall. Under 18s Premier League Cup final. Yeah, the boys are doing good. James is saying, question for you, Anthony. Is he back on the Arteta top Gooner train?
No, he'd never be in. He'd always be out. Whether it's pissing down with rain, thunder and lightning, whatever. Even hailstones. I believe you and me, he deserves to be out in that. Nothing against him personally, though. I just I feel I got a right to judge him, obviously with the job he's doing. And I'll be honest with you, Tone. I think it might be a struggle for Arsenal to finish top 4 this season. I really do, because this is the time now where Man City goes full throttle. Yeah, they'd most probably end up second. They've got goal scorers up front, strikers. You've got Chris Wood that's doing it for Forest.
Mm.
That's a possibility they can finish third. Then you got 4th, 5th, and 6th, which obviously puts Arsenal, Newcastle, and Chelsea in that predicament as well. So,
True. I mean, it was quite interesting. I can't remember what it was on there. I don't know if it was on one of the TV programs or it was on the radio one. But even they were questioning Arteta, and if he doesn't get things right this season, then is it the case of he moves on? Do they get a shot of him, and who do they bring in? Because there was another thing I saw the other day. This kind of rumor that Iriola is being tipped to possibly come over and manage Arsenal. So I don't know what you want to make of that one.
I think it is the other story as well that goes in with that, Tim, is the new director, Berta, his name is.
Mm-hmm.
So he's obviously at Atletico Madrid. I think I'm all up for it. I mean, if he comes in, if it means him changing, the players, but it's not just the players as well. Comes with that is the manager, Mikel Arteta. So if he's not going to win anything, if we go for another trophy-less season, I think you might see the end of Arteta next season, because he's got the power to sack him, obviously. So, so it's bound to win. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I mean, I've read rumours that we're going to be spending around about 100 million, our first 100 million for next season. Apparently, it's going to be 50 million on Zubimendi, which, we read that going back in January, the transfer window.
Yeah.
And also 50 million on Nico Williams. So that's 100 million gone there straight away. So it's depending on where we finish this season and how much Mikel Arteta has actually got to spend for next season. Because at the minute, what we've got, despite the game last night, is like what you always say, Tone, and everybody else says. At the minute, we're just papering over the cracks, really.
No, yeah, I agree on that. Just want to go on this comment from Mum Flossie. She's saying, can I just say, this has to be one of the friendliest chats around. Big up to you all. Yeah, we've got great people in here. We have a good community. We all look after each other, and we have a great conversations. It's great. That's what we all like.
We do.
United losing to real social dads tomorrow.
Real social dads. Yeah.
Probably the real social dads. That's probably the one. They played well. Yeah. Yeah, look, I was saying we're West Ham, Mama. All friendly Cockney wide boys. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, there. Man U will need plenty of Vaseline tomorrow. Jeez.
Blimey, I tell you what, they're nice to Mama, but they're not nice to Fuzz, are they?
It's Mill the wanker deserves an extended ban. Yeah. This is the thing,
Yeah.
Matt. I think Mateta went looking for that foul, sticking his head out like that. Ooh. How tall is he? 6 foot, say, can he?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's about 6'1".
We'll have to look at that. Kane and Scott, yeah, I see that for the Kaiser. Dear. Yeah. He's put him up there. And they're saying like each other. That was nice. Mark was saying, I remember Ludo catching Andy Cole's head in a game and getting a red card. Yeah, I never forget John Fashtu coming in on Ludo McCloskey and that with his arms up like this and basically caught him square on in the neck. In the throat. Ian saying, reckless, but very early in the game. Rush of blood, I think. I don't believe he intended it as much as like defending anything Millwall. We do see freak things happen. That's probably one of them. Russ is good evening to you, Russ. Arsenal in 7th heaven for last night. Early doors, Arsenal TV. Tony saying, if you rearrange Mikel Arteta's name, you can't make the words duckhead. Useful information for disgruntled goodness. Duckhead. Kind of said he's looking for a 2-2 draw, PSG Liverpool, and a multi-bet tonight along 3 other matches. Be good if they come through in that.
Yeah. Well, I actually seen Jamie Carragher video on Jamie Carragher, and he's got the Champions League, and he's got the stage. And I think at the end, obviously he did Real Madrid to beat Arsenal and that, but he thinks it's going to be a Real Madrid and Barcelona final. And obviously Real Madrid wins and claims the Champions League.
Mm. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, like, it's just coming. It's 0-0 at the heart of the PSG Liverpool game at the moment, anyway. Howard saying, let's give these fun boy 3 a big thumbs up, you slags. Slags.
Love you, slag.
Many Arsenal players looking at moving on, having been sold a dream of trophies. Yeah, this is the thing now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, look. I mean, we're going to catch up with the chat, obviously. Yesterday's game, freak of nature, PSV, they were there for the taking. They were awful defending, absolutely awful. Even the keeper. I mean, I think was it the 5th or 6th goal when it went through his hands, literally like they weren't there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, look, you've set a record. You know, you've scored 6 goals. So that's kind of put you. No one's kind of done that for a while, etc. You've got Nwaneri. He's the 2nd youngest player to go through after Cesc Fabregas. So you look at facts like that. That's nice, but let's be real. You know, in that one game, and that, as you said, it don't change your season.
No, it doesn't. No, and it is a shame, really, because I mean, I'll tell you what, Tim, I'll tell you the truth now. I predicted a 1-1 draw. Like the way we're playing, we've got new strikers up front. Obviously, we're playing a CDM by the name of Marino up front. I don't know why, but even though he did score, but all I'm saying is I thought we played really well, and I'll be honest with you. I mean the team that Mikel Arteta set out, the style of play we played, the 7 goals we scored. You've got to give Mikel Arteta credit there on the team. Obviously, we've got a tough game coming up this weekend against Fuzz's Man United. And then you know what I mean? It's never easy, is it, when it's Arsenal and Man United? I mean, Man United can put on a really good performance this weekend. You don't know. But, I mean, we got the first teamers. Play them against Man United, but I feel like the second leg, obviously next week against PSV. Listen, I don't even know what you should play some of the young ones, Tim. But some of the reserves players, even if we go out there and we lose 2-0, we go through 7-3 on aggregate. So, you can't really argue with that because we've already done the job. We killed the game off within the first leg. And then obviously we moved on from that. But yeah, I was quite happy with how the players played. I mean, everybody playing well, scoring goals. Timber scoring the the first goal and that. So it's really hard for me. I mean, people said to me, "Who was your man of the match?" And I look at the goal scorers, and you could pick a goal scorer out. Do you know what? To me, I thought Odegaard was poor in the first half, but he obviously redeemed himself in the second half. But in my opinion, if I was supposed to give anybody man of the match, do you know what? I think I'll give it to Declan Rice.
100%. Totally agree on that.
Declan,
before we go on, I just want to say to Michael, I mean, obviously you've said lost 1-0 to Man City. It's just come up on the scoreboard, Michael, that it's actually 1-1 in that game. But yeah, I totally agree on that. I mean, Rice was the one. I mean, he helps out quite a few things. He covered every blade of grass on that pitch.
Yeah.
Something that we've been typically used to as a West Ham player. So we know if he can do it, and it was good to see him actually perform well in that game. As you said, Odegaard, well, you know my views on him in the first place. I never rated the kid.
Yeah.
And he switches it on every now and then. But you got to think at the end of it's not a Premier League team.
No, it's not. No.
When you look at something like that, it's don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's good to celebrate and all this stuff, but let's be real. If because I'll see a comment that's I'm going to come on to shortly. The league is where you should be also looking at as well. And you definitely got to get that. I mean, like Lee's putting here, got Smash United next, but I'm not convinced as we will play as well as we did last night. One of the performances don't change things.
Is PSV Eindhoven, and I think last season as well when you played them, you won 5-0.
Yeah, that's right. They did. Yeah. I think they said it on the show last night, didn't they? Brendan's saying Fuzz must be delighted with the link to Lopetegui. Oof, dear me.
That chance of that happening.
Well, what would you rather have? On one hand, I have Gareth Southgate, and on the other hand, I have Julian Lopetegui.
It's like it's basically the pre-works to when you clap your hands and you've got turds all over them. And it's just like Southgate, Lopetegui, shit sandwich.
Dual management then. That's what it'll be.
Well, it'll be like Avengers Endgame where they all come through the portals. You've got Ten Hag and Moyes and Van Gaal and Ranić. Everybody's just coming through these portals. It's like this big comeback, like how it is out of Avengers Endgame, and everyone's come back to save United, if you will. But
yeah, so do you grab Radcliffe though with the gold gauntlet with the click his fingers. I'm going to come on to Daz's comment shortly. He's put there. Let's just star that. Frog saying the same thing. Yeah, Rice was man of the match, not Odegaard, surely. And you've just alluded to it.
Yeah.
PSV being clever, don't want to get smashed by the Madrid club. That's for me. That's the thing, isn't it? If you get through to the next round, it's going to be them. So, you fancy your chances against the Madrid side?
No. Personally, I don't know. I can't see it. I mean, PSV didn't turn up last night, so and in all fairness, they made us look good. But this Real Madrid, I mean, look at the players they've got there. It is quality over quality, isn't it? So I can't see us winning against Real Madrid. I predicted again this season we will get to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. That seems to be a thing that we keep doing at the minute. But I just think we just got to concentrate on winning some games in the league as well and trying to get that top four and qualify for Champions League next season.
Yeah.
So, and hopefully with the players, with the addition, if he does actually sign, and when I say sign a bloody striker, then then we got a chance of most probably going towards the winning the league and going that extra step into the Champions League. But I can't see that. But he's not just going to be a striker team. That's going to obviously Arsenal needs. I mean, we need something out on the left. Trossard has refused to sign a new contract. Martinelli is dipped in form. Odegaard, he's dipped as well, in my opinion. So, but maybe he should change the formation because, to be honest with you, I think the 4-3-3 is not is that only getting boring, but it's coming a bit predictable, to be honest with you. So,
yeah, that's true. Pepper saying went through his hands like he wasn't there. Reminds me of Banana. He's an old man. I always have a light. Hope you will.
Just doesn't exist.
Yeah, thanks usual on that. Yeah, West Ham ladies equalised in the 91st minute against City tonight, which is great for them to do that. Howard did saying hello to each other. And also Michael saying good news, the under-18s to the cup final, Josh Ajala bracing a 3-1 win, which is great. Good to see them doing very well. Smith against us well, didn't they? Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, look, even James saying Declan Rice played a blinder. Yeah.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, nice saying deserves something outplayed City most, got a 90-minute plus equaliser. Yeah, nice to see it. Nice to see that, especially Man City as well. Yeah, 1-1 West Ham ladies. Yeah, good. Howard saying the young Bing Dippers lost 3-0 in the other semi-final at Reading. We're all going to Wembley. My knees have gone all trembly. Matt saying United are too far gone to be safe, Fuzzy. I mean, obviously, yeah, we're coming to obviously Man United. I know you was asked some questions on the new show last night about Man United and what's going on there. Yeah. We know, obviously, I think Sir Jim Ratcliffe's got one of those books of P45s and just kind of handing them out like sweet wrappers at the moment.
Yeah. I feel like with Sir Jim Ratcliffe at the moment, it's all sort of peddled as this one big cost-cutting exercise, but it's like, where do you draw the line as to say this is too far? It's not actually going to fix your club if you're just sacking loads and loads of people in the name of trying to fix finances or balance the books. I mean, you're not really balancing the books, are you? Because all the big money problems, which are overpaid players, are still at the club. You've done absolutely nothing to fix that problem. And so far, the best we've got to show for it is loaning people out to try and then sell them in the summer. But then it's like, you think about it, loads and loads of people who get the sack, who just work normal daily jobs, and their wages, all the money that the club and Sir Jim Ratcliffe's going to save from that is just, we're going to put that money towards hiring new employees in the form of players, and it's going to be great. And it's more money well spent if we do it that way. But then you might just get full circle with all the same player problems and player power, and nothing really ever gets fixed. Nothing really ever gets solved. And it just feels like, really, what should have happened is Qatar get the club. Mm-hmm. They actually clear the debt. The money that should be gotten rid of, that's the debt that should be gotten rid of, that would actually help the club. That would actually grow the club. But we're not seeing any of that. And we've also had the same party say, well, yeah, sometimes debt's a good thing. Not in a football club terms, it's not.
Well, the Glazers put that from the day they bought the club.
Well, yeah, they bought the club in a method that's now illegal. You are literally not allowed to attain a football club or a sporting asset in the same manner that the Glazers have. It's like the country and the government basically have just gone, oh, well, at least Man United are fucked over now. I guess we can now make sure that in the world of business, we are glazer proofing everything. The whole world has just gone glazer proof to prevent, shoddy business. And well, we just have to take the fall for it.
Well, because wasn't Ineos there to just do the footballing side of things? So all these sackings, are they actually done by the Glazers or are they done by Ineos? Because I thought Ineos were there for the football side of things. So was all these people? What's the Glazers actually running out of the whole thing?
Well, the Glazers, I think, are just sort of kicking their feet up and saying, Ineos, off you go. Fix the club's money. And once we fix the money, we'll be back and we'll ask to withdraw some more money from the club accounts. Because let's be real, it's the dividend payments to the Glazers, and people will say, oh, but they own the club, they're allowed to do what they want with it. And it's like, well, nobody else in football does it. So, I mean, what are we doing here? The only ownership in the world that withdraws cash from the club's accounts and then leaves it to fend for itself. Like, it's completely stupid. It's unethical. The only club in the world that does it, and we need to get Glazers out of football. Full stop.
Excuse me. Yeah, bless me. Thank you.
What's that?
Sound like a fart.
Maybe he was masking it.
Yeah.
He had to make a sneezing sound.
I don't want to cover the camera up again like I did last time. So
I think he sneezed, Buzz, and followed through. That was what it sounded like.
Mark was saying, Ajala, striker we got from Arsenal, they have let so many strikers go. So that just sums it all up, Anthony.
Yeah, it does. It really does. This is where it annoys me. I mean, look at the young guy that came on his sub at Man United. I know he didn't when he played Fulham in the FA Cup, David Martins. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I was watching the game, the FA Cup, and when he came on, I thought to myself, he didn't have a bad game. I mean, for a player to come on his age and play like his first. Basically, I know it was an FA Cup, but like you could say it's a Premier League game because it was against Fulham. I mean, he didn't play that bad. I mean, obviously he had pace and he had skill on the ball. He was passing the ball around and that, and he was causing a bit of a problem, within the 18-yard box as well. So, but I mean, it depends how much. I think the best thing that Man United can do is either you're either going to play him in the reserves, or you're going to loan him out. So he gets some game time under his belt.
Yeah.
So just to see, I mean, obviously that was what Wenger used to do with the young players we used to sign. He used to learn them out and come back and play well. And obviously we sold them and made a lot of money on them. So that was another thing. The only thing I want to say on this one, Tim, is to Fuzzy. It's a Man United question. I asked Fuzzy a question on Budget's channel. I'm not too sure whether it was read out to you, Fuzz. I can't remember now, but I'm not going to talk about your stadium and your owners. That's I'll give you the night off of that. But the other thing that I want to touch on is your manager and the players. No,
I think I've seen your question, but I don't think I actually answered it.
Yeah, I don't think he's. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, it's your opinion and what you think of him. But in my opinion, I just don't think he's the right man for the job. There's talks now that he could, there's replacements in line already, whether it's true or not. But I mean, you look at it, and he plays the same formation and that, and it doesn't work with that team. So, what I'm trying to say is, Fuzz, why don't you try and pick a different formation and a different style of play to suit your players that you've got at the minute. So you can actually gradually start winning games or drawing games and getting points and just trying to creep up the table slightly. Because, you know,
I'll tell you why. I'll tell
Go
you
on.
why. The reason why why us as fans that sort of see it for what it is with these players, and it was mentioned previously already, recently, that the players we've got at the club are suited to a counter-attacking style of play, right? Sit on the edge of your box deep and then counter-attack. That's what the players are suited to. Except we've already played several years worth of sitting deep and counter-attacking, and we won no trophies. We didn't really get close, barring once in Europa League against Villarreal. So we've done this, we've done that, been there, done that, and the players, even still, despite playing the system they want, the formation they want, all of that stuff, you know, player FC in full swing, they still got the manager sack. Still, there is no proven method with this current set of players, with this current mindset, mentality, where the manager is at all safe from the players and their their lack of professionalism and actually pushing to perform for their manager, regardless of what it is he asks. I mean, look at all these other clubs around Europe. Any manager with a new system can come in with any wacky ideas, little bit of a teething period, but eventually you'll see the players reciprocate. They start to deliver. They start performing. Man United's the only club that I can sort of think off the top of my head that's sort of brought in a new system or a new way of playing, new manager, no new manager bounce at all.
Oh, right. Because Tinag, you look at it, Tinag is actually, I looked at his stats, and he's got a 52% winning ratio.
Yeah.
But the minute, I mean, with what Amarin's doing, to me, he's making Tinag's win ratio actually look better. He's actually making that look good in one way.
Well, the thing is that people wanted Ten Hag sacked religiously, and people I see in the Man United fan base saying that Amarim's a bum and we have to go back to Ten Hag tactics. And I'm thinking, but you wanted Ten Hag sacked. How can you want to go back? You wanted Ten Hag sacked, but you want to then bring back the guy you wanted sacked because that guy was a bum. But no, this guy's a bum. But then all of these other guys were bums, which means that if you look into the future, every single manager on planet Earth that breathes oxygen, maybe there's a manager that doesn't breathe oxygen. Maybe there's a freak of nature out there. Maybe that is the one manager that these guys would actually not go on to call a bum. I don't know. It's just some weird people in our fan base that have this obsession with living life as if it's just one big fan cam match reaction. And it's like, it's not like they're not using their head. They're not thinking rationally, because we've watched in live time trial and error with managers and systems, and it always seemingly, regardless of what happens, comes back to the manager seemingly being the not just part of the blame, but ends up really becoming the only one to blame. And it's tiring. It's really, really tiring when you sort of see the bigger picture, but then you've got so many people that are just pulling you back and saying, nah, it's not. The players are great. The players are fantastic. It can't be, because all the players are playing like crap. Maybe it's because our club's been mismanaged by an ownership that's not thought about football in any constructive means. for well over coming up now 2 decades, and we're supposed to sit here and say, well, it can only ever be the manager's fault. We've been run into the ground for coming up 20 years. It's bound to happen that they build a team because they appointed loads of people that have no business being at a club. That's going to inevitably drag it down. So,
well, we're going to come on to the next thing about Man United, Fuzz, but we're just going to say hello to, obviously, Richard, your brother's in there, and Mr. Bell, good to see you as well. And also, evening, Tony, and all in the chat. And good evening to Richo. He's saying even Suchek, souffle linked to Everton, sorry, but no thank you. And then he corrects himself by saying Soufal, then he realises it's Kufal. So, yeah, the two Czech players for West Ham are linked, obviously, with Mr. Moyes. Back to to the original owner, basically. So we'll see from there. Suchek is the new Fellaini, Rich. And they're saying hello to each other. Stephen again, cheap paper talk, Richo.
It's more streamlined Fellaini.
Richo, you should ask Budge if you can join us Tuesday. Yeah, absolutely, Brendan. That's a good shout. Get him on there. But obviously, the Man United fan base, they want everyone to wear black for the death of Man United.
Yeah, we've officially transitioned into the funeral phase. At Arsenal, right, in Arteta's project, you get phases 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. At Manchester United, you've now got life stage process. It's we've had the birth phase, we've had the growing up phase, the childhood phase, the adulthood phase. Now we're at the death phase, and now it's time to the biggest funeral, the most attended funeral service outside of the Queen's funeral.
Jeez.
Blimey, I'm with you, Fuzz. I'm actually wearing a black pair of underpants as we speak, so I'm doing my bit for Man United.
Yeah, James is saying the Glazers just fleecing the club. Yeah, we knew that when they took the debt on threw it back at the club. They're saying like each other there. Old man saying, I'm sorry, but if Man U were winning everything, your supporters wouldn't be anywhere near as vocal.
Well, the thing is that we're vocal not just because we're not winning everything, but because we understand why we're not winning everything. You know, there's always a why behind the objective of the situation, and the reason why we've not been winning everything is because of how we've been run by an ownership. So, by that standard, if we weren't complaining, it's because we were winning things, and because we were winning things, it's because the ownership was actually doing its job. So it all goes part and parcel. One thing leads to the next. The root cause of all of the issues stems from one point, and our problems have stemmed from our ownership.
Yeah, agree on that. Good shout there. I mean, you know, Suchek, 171 games, 30 goals. Not bad for a tall, lanky streak of piss. Terence said, at the point of Aaron yesterday, it was Andy. Daddy could verify his age. The dwarf is now complimenting our win against him. Very nice.
Oh,
we knew
very
he'd
nice.
come. We knew he'd come round.
Very nice. Hey, have you got Lawrence? Have you got him a step ladder yet, so we can get stuff off the top shelf?
Yeah, agree on this one, though, isn't it? Yeah, the glory days of Man United are well and truly over. Be a long time to recover on that. Good evening, Arsenal Manic. Hope you're doing well. Manchester United at the moment for sure. Sad to see, really. Yeah, we've all seen the winning side of it. Mind you saying that? So is the Arsenal fans, I suppose. Bit short-lived. Best thing Man United do is to close down. Go into receivership. Imagine that.
Well, so goes my channel as well, because it won't be about Man United content anymore.
You could do what's the AFC Manchester, whatever they call themselves.
FC United at Manchester. Yeah, we'll turn them into a Prem winning club, and we'll do it the right way.
Yeah, exactly. Arsenal saying, apparently following the PSV result, we are Champions League favourites. That's what many of the fan base are claiming. Jesus
Pray for
Christ.
Madrid, guys. Pray for Madrid.
Oh dear, Howard. Usual, do you know the odds for Manure to go down next season?
A lot higher than this season.
Yeah, look, I'll try to find that somewhere. Good on him. Top man. Michael saying, Man U lost more games this season at home since 1893. Wow. I thought it was only Arsenal who used to kind of set them records when Arteta first came in. Jesus.
Yeah, I can go with that. I thought you was going to say before Arteta, and I was about to go, piss off.
Man United, be careful what you wish for. Sounds familiar. Yeah, we know that one, don't we? Yeah, Alisson's just pulled off a great save. Frog saying, how do you fuck up so badly at a big club like Man United? We're used to it all the time. Well, I can answer that one for Fuzzy, isn't it? Because that was bloody Eddie Wood.
Mm.
What a useless waste of space that was at the club.
It's bad when his best mate, Richard Arnold, comes out saying, yeah, I sometimes go to Carrington and I look around and I wonder to myself, what the fuck have we been spending £1 billion on?
Great stuff. PSG have been all over him basically.
They've literally only had what? It's literally 60th minute or 61st minute. They've had one shot.
Jesus. Yeah, maybe he's hoping for the best. Maybe he's going to have words with the referee like he did the other one, and that, saying he basically effed up my season, and we've lost it. That's why he's got that too much ban. Michael saying most fan bases have three types of supporters: realists, optimists, and delusionists. Just some have more than others. No finger pointing whatsoever in that respect. Nothing about next season. This season they were 250 to 1 to go down, but are now 66 to 1. I'll keep looking about next season. Wow, that's Man United stats. Bayern are now 2-0 up. The Black Devils. Yeah, that's what they'll be known as, the Black Devils. 66 to 1 this season. Not asking much, are they? Jesus. Musiala scores for the Kaiser 2-0. Thank you, Howard. Talk with the Devil. Good evening, Aaron. Big up, gentlemen. Big up to yourself, Aaron. Hope you're keeping well. Don't forget to go and see Aaron's channel as well. Aaron Talks Football. And share, like, and subscribe. Usual, as resident bookie, the question is, do you have or will you grow bigger grips like John McCririck? Yes. Oh, you can imagine that. I feel Man United need to stick with Amorim, for they have done it so many times over the years. Don't forget, Ferguson didn't have a good start himself. This is very true. Very true. Oh, blimey, yeah, exactly, yeah. John McCririck's wife, the Bobby, or the Booby. Yeah, the Booby, that's the one. Black pants, brown at the back, yellow at the front. That's brilliant. Terence say, hello, son. Thanks for the food yesterday. I didn't tell the group you sat in the eye chair.
I got a question on that one thing. Well, it was Aaron and Terence. They were doing the watch along, weren't they? The Arsenal West Ham game.
Yeah.
And Terence said, and I'm not too sure if this is true, but when Aaron gets in his van, he's driving a van. Apparently, he's got to sit on the booster seat so he can just manage to see over the steering wheel. So I don't know if there's any truth in that, but but just put it in the comment, Terence, if it's true or not.
Wooden blocks at his feet so he can reach the pedals. I know the one. Yeah, that's the one. Aaron's bots responded with saying, hello, Dad. I appreciate the 25% disability discount on the food. That's very nice of him. Which is saying, we all slag the Glazers off, but since Ferguson retired, every manager has had a big pot to spend. The thing is, they signed a load of shit and other clubs have bought better. That's where it lies with to me. Yeah, I agree. I can understand that as well. Yeah, every other club and even the mid-table clubs are spending money now. Next up there, all as well. You, I was saying, servicing debt. I mean, servicing the shareholders' lifestyle. Very true. Mama saying, Fuzzy, do you have faith in Ineos? They don't
No.
seem to have a good record in sport.
No, I don't really have any faith in Ineos because it's sort of when we had this takeover going on. I think the theory with the bid from Ineos and what it entailed versus what Qatar offered, it's sort of like us as fans wanted full sale only. We wanted debt gone and just a pledge from the ownership to actually make us competitive, right? To put us back up with the elite clubs on the planet. And so far, all we've seen is try to cut corners and make things as cheap as possible. And it feels like we haven't even seen this level of cost cutting at Nice, at their other club. So we're sort of feeling. I think even those that were really pro Ineos, like pro Sergeant Ratcliffe and all, like some of these people wanted Ineos because they're the local lads, you know, they've been at Man United, they've been Man United fans their whole lives, and it's like, well, all of that, it's not really counting for much now anymore, is it? You know, all of this, we've got to save a buck, got to save here, got to save there, got to cut this this down, we've got to cut the spending for that down, and it's not practical anymore. Like we would have initially believed that some streamlining, I felt quite similar with it. Some of the streamlining of the business that you needed to actually shrink some of how much your club is spending, because one of the things that a lot of fans in football like use us as a benchmark is how much we spend, but constantly we've been pushing against the tide by saying, well, hey, it's badly spent money. It's not just, you know, it's not just, oh, you spent $1 billion regardless of how you spent it, therefore you guys have to, you know, just accept it, you're trash. And it's like, well, no, there's more complexities to it than that. There's in how you spent it. It's just, you've got bad business decisions, people who sign players for media rights rather than for the Manchester United DNA. And it's a mishmash of different systems and ideas and different managers, and it just keeps striving further and further away from what the initial promise was meant to be from the takeover. So and one of the things I would say to the fans that say he's a local lad and he's a proper Man United supporter, the funny thing about that is that a real Manchester United supporter, if he's a billionaire and is desperate to own a football club, would he not endeavour in all aspirations to acquire his dream football club, the club he supports first? And if he's a real Man United fan, would he not sit there and watch the Glazers run it into the ground and think, I want to get them out of the club completely? Would a real Manchester United fan sit there and say, I'll claim a small percentage of the club and then sack hundreds towards thousands of people to streamline operations and to shrink the spend, to plug to stop the club hemorrhaging money? Meanwhile, let the team fester, make poorly informed appointments, and then hire a manager with a very specific system, but then throw him into a project where everyone sinks. Like, you're not meant to swim in the Man United job as a manager. You're not. You're meant to sink. It's a dead job.
It's a project of failure.
The only way a manager's position at Manchester United is where the manager is finally the person that proves whether they are good enough for the job or not, or out of their depth, is when the culture is competitive and is organic, and its professionalism is through the roof. We don't have any of those factors at United, so everyone's just really sluggish, and now the mood's down. Players still overpaid are sort of, oh, we're disconnected, we're not playing the way we want to play. The manager, I mean, there's a video for the manager in training where all of the players and coaching staff are on one pitch. The camera pans all the way over to some distant football pitch, and apparently Amarim's just on his own, just all the way on the other side of the Carrington training complex, hands in his pockets, just pondering around. And like, that guy, if ever you were to give that site a context, is that guy is pondering his life choices right now. Like, and you know that you know you have to feel bad for Amarim, because he's come from, you know, establishing Sporting Lisbon as Portuguese champions and out a dominant, the dominant Portuguese side, and he was worshipped by his fan base. Now he's gone to a club which everyone thinks he's a fraud within months of him attaining the job, despite him knowing that he can't really do anything about it. He can throw formations, shapes, player styles. You could play all the strikers at centre backs and all the centre backs at strikers. You could play a Nana in the 10. You could do all of these crazy things, but it will always come back around to bite him in the arse and say, well, you're the manager, irrespective of what you do or what the situation is. It's always your fault. It's like the term in criminology, you are guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah,
And
we've all been there.
Look at all the previous managers. All of the previous managers who were guilty get the sack, pass the NDA period. They all start talking, oh, he was innocent all along. Oh, my beloved ex-manager. Like, fuck off. Seriously. Go.
Well, you've
fan
got
base, please.
You've got a manager that belongs to one club and that can get away on a buy and that, and it gets a contract extended in Arteta, don't we? You know, we finally took the decision and plunge and get rid of Lopetegui, but we're still feeling the consequences for it because obviously the goal difference we've got. So it is, yeah. I mean, look, all three clubs are in a bit of a mire. I mean, just going to go to some of these comments here because obviously there's a lot of relevance. So there's one here from Michael says, question for us. I think I mean, has PSR brought clubs closer together, or is this a one-off season? What do you make of that one?
Well,
I think he did ask this question last night as well.
I think it's both. In my opinion, I think it's a bit of both. It has brought clubs together, but it just seems like it is going to be like a one-off season. So I got to go with both, in my opinion, too.
I think it's a little bit of both. I think PSR for certain clubs has refrained the fully fledged spending. I think certain clubs that are PR driven just took the opportunity to miss out on a season of spending. Oh, extra money for the accounts, woo! And then you got the other side of the coin where it's like, well, some of the clubs that, even if they are infringed or in the red with PSR, will still spend because they believe in just being competitive and actually dominating the rest of the field. So I think a one-off season is definitely the case. I mean, how many of the bigger clubs have all had atrocious runs of form. City, like record number of games lost on the bounce. Tottenham, record number of games lost. Chelsea, terrible run of form. Man United, terrible run of form. And then certain clubs that are just completely on the ascendancy. It's definitely has got a one-off vibe about it this season.
Yeah.
But PSR, I think certain clubs are taking advantage. Other clubs, not a problem. PR-driven clubs, they've allowed themselves to be caught up to.
True, I agree on that as well. I mean, about the boost suit of Aaron, he actually drives around in a Postman Patek's van just to keep see him its life size. Old man saying Ratcliffe is making Man United look better value for the Saudi prince to buy it. Very interesting on that. But Mama's put here, I know they are wanting to end the sponsorship of the SPRS dugout. I mean, not being
Spurs
funny.
dugout.
I mean, the one thing that was bandied around with us, Amazon want to kind of name the London Stadium, the Amazon Stadium, the Prime Stadium.
Turn it into a jungle.
You know?
There's monkeys swinging from trees everywhere, guys.
But nothing's happened to it. Nothing's come of it. It's just, you know, it's one of those. Barcelona 1-0 up.
It does feel for that. It does feel like where I think the tabloids and news media, they've pondered on the clubs whose fan bases react most excessively to news, depending on what they put out. And I think they've clocked onto West Ham, like fan base generically. If there's some exciting piece of news that's completely unbelievable, the gravy train is in full swing and everybody's out there clicking, reading. Oh my God, share it, guys. Look, guys, we're going to win the Champions League and everything forever. Oh, yes. And then tomorrow morning, the story's just gone. And you're like, I've been duped again.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, I'm going to come on to West Ham shortly anyway, but I'm just going to catch up with the chat comments. Michael's saying a wage cap will be better than PSR, in my opinion. It'd be lovely if we can go back to that, but I think, unfortunately, that bloody Bosman ruling is obviously what dictates a lot of things still to this day, and that's why we've got players being paid stupid money. Frog saying, if you're cutting down on the tea lady, any normal business would clearly be circling the drain. Yeah, this is true. Your brother saying, Ant, thanks for the birthday card. Ant money, I've stuck it on Rasmus Højlund to try and take a shot of 500-1 against Arsenal on Sunday.
Well, you're welcome, Rick. But don't forget, my birthday's a month after yours. And do you know what, Tim? I get fuck all.
You might get that mug.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
That's coming in that's being delivered by Amazon, apparently.
Yeah. PSG 21 shots, Liverpool 1, 7 on target versus 0 on target. Wow, that just says something else. Old man saying, if anyone is a billionaire, there's business first. Always. Yeah. PSG turned up then. Yeah, it seems like it. 24 attempts now they've had.
Liverpool only have one still.
Yeah, but 50% have gone row Z. So, yeah. Benfica 1-0 up against Barcelona. Fireflux Pro, good evening to yourself. Hola. Dembele has had 1 shot on target. Wow. Barcelona playing with 10 men. They are indeed. Brendan saying
still
Slot must have had a chat with Moyes for tonight's tactics. Seems like it. Kubasi got sent off for Barca. Yeah, I see that one as well. Inter 2-0 up against Feyenoord. 22 minutes. Thank you very much. Jay, good to see you, sir. Good evening. Hey, all hit the like button. Thank you very much. Yeah, long time no saying there. K makes it 3 for the Kaiser. West Ham 11-5, Newcastle 6-5, the draw 13-5. And on that, Daz is asking the question, what do you think about Newcastle game when we play them? I don't think it'll be the same as when we played them at St James's Park.
They'll beat you 18-0.
Unless, of course, Graham Potter decides to have his hair all over the shop, let his beard grow out all rough and that, and look rough as arseholes, then we've got a good chance, because that's obviously what happened when we played Newcastle the last time.
No, I
But
find the worst
I think-
Potter looks the better his team plays.
Well,
It's
we're
at
quite
Brighton. You look like a right scruff.
well
at
at
Brighton.
Chelsea, and that he looked like an old man, but at least
Well,
he's
he
kind of
was made
regained
to.
some youth.
He turned into looking like an old man
That's
because
for
he
sure.
aged. He aged like crazy when he went there.
The only kind of positive we got out of the game is obviously Gordon is crocked and Isaac is 50-50. So we'll take that.
They'll still be in the stands, and you'll be plotting his target.
Yeah, I should
To run
shoot
on the
him
pitch as a pitch invader to clock another one of your players.
Michael's asking here, views on the new 8-second rule for goalkeepers and corner awarded for breaking it. Yes, because this is the new rule that's coming in the summertime.
New time wasting is going to be rendered the new FAFO. Fuck around, find out.
Why?
So-
Why that? Why? I don't get that. I mean, obviously, the new 8-second rules for goalkeeper. Yeah, I get that. And a corner awarded for breaking it. Why? Why would you award a corner for it?
I suppose it's a way of kind of
It's better than a penalty.
it's better than a penalty, and I suppose the other way you look at it like this, it's more classed as a, you might say, indirect free kick, because what the
Okay,
keeper's
no.
basically
Why are
doing, if
you
you think
complaining,
about it,
Anthony?
is well, no, because you've got to think it's going to be the opposite way around for this lot. I'll say it's kind of classed as a kind of dissent in that respects. So Raya can't do his shit assery like he has done this season.
Well, then it's
True.
Arsenal can get
True.
even more corners.
I mean, they should have a caution. They should have a caution, and then if they do it again in the game, they should have a booking. That's what I think personally. But to award a fucking corner, I mean, the ball hasn't even gone out of fucking play. To me, that's stupid.
It's another way of kind of bringing the excitement into the game, kind of thing. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how. Because not being funny, you got to think when they turn around and said the technical area. If you're outside of it and that, it's a booking. Your manager thought it was a piss take, flagged it, did all that, got himself booked. But since then, he's been out the box as usual. And how many times have you seen him been booked for that?
Not many.
It's the inconsistencies and the respect. So when you look at something like that, how long will it be implemented and how long will it fade out is going to be the thing.
Yeah, true. I just think it's a stupid rule thing. I just think the keeper should get a caution. If he does it again, he gets a booking. You know, is that simple?
Yeah. I like this one from Stephen. If the London Stadium becomes Amazon, all new signings will be left next door.
They'll be sat outside the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium wondering where they went wrong.
They'd be knocking on the next fucking door of the warehouse, wouldn't they? Excuse me, mate. We got a player that's signed. They're not in. Can we leave them here until you come?
The cost involved at the top level is truly frightening. I don't know why the clubs haven't gone bust. Yeah, there's a lot of money going through it, and the
Like
various
us, for
things,
example.
sponsorships. Yeah, so there's a way around it. They know how to get around it. That's the thing. We're just saying, listen to all this PSR, VAR, all that other bollocks. Go back to the 80s and 90s, 4-4-2, entertainment, attacking play with no fuzzy colour football boots.
It's the pink boots, Marcus.
Jay's saying, I reckon we'll do the Geordies. So we've got a little bit more of momentum for the first time this season. Feeling positive. Coming you irons like that.
I was going to say to him, if Buzzy's got a football boots, you know, and everybody's bought them, fucking hell, Fuzz, you're making a killing, aren't you?
I'd say he's minting it. Howard saying,
Got
every
chocolate
time
milks on them.
you hit the like button, a Spurs fan cries themselves to sleep. Come on, people, do the right thing. Michael saying Newcastle have a few missing and the rest won't want to do a Gordon. This is true. You frog. I thought it was an indirect free kick. Yeah, I suppose it is kind of something like that, but we'll see.
I mean, you would think that it should be more or less the same, considering a back pass is a foul play, and that results in an indirect free kick.
Well, I think Michael's put it in here anyway. We'll come on to that. Yeah, I like indirect free kicks. They're stupid and fun. Yeah, it could go anywhere.
The whole team stands on the goal line It's just like form the wall, the wall of Helm's Deep in the goal line.
Corner seems odd. He's saying the corner is because refs are not strong enough to apply the current law of 6 seconds and indirect free kicks. Well, I think I said on Sunday in the chat. I mean, when you think about it, the weekend set the record for the longest VAR decision of 8 minutes and something. So what they did, they played "Stairway to Heaven" on TalkSport, and as they're talking away, let's go back to the music. Oh no, we're not there yet. The song is still playing. So that just shows you how long it took to make that decision. Crazy.
Mm.
My missus brought in the same rule for me. After 8 seconds, I have to stand in the corner.
Just one and done.
Is that what they've done, Sat?
Yeah. Come on, old man. You do not last 8 seconds.
Yeah. That's 2 seconds longer than me.
Look, for referees, that'll sort it out straight away. There you go. Could they do rock, paper, and scissors? You imagine that?
Yeah.
Just have a rugby-like scrum where they drop the ball in the middle of a mosh pit of players.
Well, as Richard said there, simply just hold the ball for 7 seconds and then kick that.
Yeah, that's right. I agree with that. 100%. But what's that? Is that the ball or the player that's next to you? Which one, Rich?
Depends how good your eyesight is, I suppose.
Or the referee, since he's closest.
Yeah, it's true.
See, Gordon's just
but
he's
I
just
did
tried
say
to put
twice,
that into practice.
About old man in his 8 seconds did say twice. Look at that. Because interestingly, apparently, I don't know how true it is or not, because obviously, you can't believe all these rumours that are flying around. But this month, we will possibly finally hear the outcome of Lucas Paqueta and the betting scandal.
Oh, right.
That's still going
The
on.
poor sod, isn't it? I mean, all he did was put a pound on a fucking accumulator. He didn't even win fuck all. So, just give him a month ban and let him come back.
Oh man, I mean, as you said, these things do like to drag the arse out of things, but it's the outcome more than anything else, and that what it's going to be. So what do they say here? The FA charge from May 24 state that Lucas Paqueta allegedly influenced the match by intentionally seeking to receive a card from the referee for the improper purpose of affecting the betting market. He denies all wrongdoing, and a 3-week hearing begins this month. I don't know, it's 3 weeks.
But yeah, Liverpool's got
Did he put a bet on it?
Yeah, yeah.
Fold the club, PSG, fold it. You can't be that dominant and then have their first shot on target in the 88th minute be the goal that they score.
Elliot, yes.
Yeah. I think with this Paqueta, I'm not being funny. I think he's taken betting tips from my brother because my brother's the sort of person that I'll go into the bookies, spend 30 quid on bets and win fuck all. So, Rich, stop it. It's spreading like fire.
Salah's just been hooked off. So yeah, interesting. I'm behind on my thing here. So this is the Elliot. So if you look at great substitution from Slot, takes off Salah, puts on Elliot, and Elliot gets the goal. So yeah, the man's a genius.
Salah was the problem.
Sell him.
Sell him. Get him out.
That Elliot, is that the blonde hair guy?
Yeah, well, he's got some perm shit going on at the moment.
Yeah. He's weird. His hair reminds me. It reminds me of a fucking pot noodle thing. Do you know when you put the water in and it all rises?
Is that before you put the water in or before after?
Well, I think he's a bit of both, to be honest. Well, actually, no. It's before the pot noodle, but on a rainy day is when you apply the water. Do you know what I mean?
True. It's true, isn't it? Dear me. Keeper got his body to it, just underneath him, and not enough to hold it off. Mark's saying protocol for refs next season is they will count to 3, then hold one hand up, counting down one figure at
Yeah.
a
Okay,
Just
no.
to do the
just to make you
steps
last.
dance.
Alison's had a
6,
great
7,
game.
8.
Yeah. You can see it coming, Fuzzy, can't you? Liverpool won that up. Yeah, laugh their heads off. Look at that about the goal. I got 4-1 odds on West Ham to beat Newcastle. My friend, the bookies. I have £50 on it. Oh, nice, Colin.
Ooh, well done,
comes
Colin.
through.
Did he get that from Paqueta?
Yeah, yeah. PSG has 29 attempts. Liverpool done nothing. The keeper should have saved that. Yeah, straight underneath the keeper. Just seeing the replay again. Ball lead off to Elliott. He squares it. Keeper gets his hand to it, but positioning 2-5 to one side. Just see Nunes there in a challenge. Terence is taking Toby the legendary gay bulldog for a Spurs. Great show, gentlemen. Terence, thanks for always being with us.
Yeah, cheers, Sarah.
Grab, unbelievable. As always, that's what it takes. Old man saying, sounds like a Harry Potter title, Lucas Paqueta and the betting scandal. Yeah.
I heard, right, that Mourinho was watching this PSG Liverpool game, right, and the hotel room you're staying in was painted blue, but the room is now painted white.
Just yeah, Mourinho, what a man! Suing Galatasaray as well near himself. Jesus. Frog saying a demonstration of possession, meaning fuck all by the looks of it. Yep, that's Arsenal in that respect. They do exactly the same. If Liverpool win this, it'll be the biggest injustice ever. Absolutely. And PSG will be kicking themselves all the way in the change rooms after this. Which is saying, and question, Bristol City making the playoffs. Great result of the Den last night. But next month we've got top 5. Leeds, Sheffield United, Burnley, Sunderland, West Brom. It'll be hard though.
Fucking bring them on.
Been on pitch 47 seconds. First touch of the ball and scored. Yep, masterclass. Beckham looking 60 now.
Yeah. I tell you what, Tone, if Bristol City does get promoted through the playoffs in the Premier League, fucking hell, Man United, you better watch out. I'll tell you that.
Wow, look at that. Even with all the cosmetic work on Beckham.
Oh, he's gone.
Which is saying, and what you put on the bet in the betting shop, you could do by carrier bag with your stake, 10 pence.
Well, you know, if you're going to bet sensible. That's what I say.
Yeah, bet sensible, kids. top tip of the night.
Not going to Betfred and sticking your house on the line.
Looking for Ian. If Liverpool and Barcelona can hold on, that nets me £150 treble. Nice, Ian. Nice one.
There's like a video I've seen on Twitter as well. Some bloke comes home from a little night of gambling, and the wife is really disappointed. So if you go out betting again, I swear you can start packing your bags and you can bloody well piss off on me. It's like, well, actually, you can start packing your bags because we lost a house.
I've seen that one. Yeah, that's brilliant. But he does it in a deadpan voice as well, though. You might just pack your bags there and there. We've fucking lost the place. Cheers, guys. Barca may be the only issue with 10 men. They can hold on.
Yeah.
Which saying, Tone, how you done that Nunes impression? Then you could tell you must watch Dance of the Nice.
Do you watch that, you Tim?
Yeah. Got me 2-2 on and everything when I watch it.
God, you sad bastard.
The 2-2 was actually around me forward. That's what it is, you know.
Was it?
Yeah.
Superb.
Looks lovely.
Oh,
mate.
God. Well, look, a bit of fluff on top of your head. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Just to make up for the earpiece. That's what that's all about. Fingers crossed, Steve, you don't like the gamble, you don't win. I win more than I lose, mate. I wonder, Colin, you win a fair few as well. I've never placed a bet.
Oh, Mama, the Grand National is next month, so you can make a start on that if you want to. Just put £5 down, you know, and pick out 3 horses. Pick out 3 horses, go each way. So if they finish in the frame, you get a few quid back. So you be in profit.
Get your money back. Get your money back.
Yeah.
Yeah, couldn't you call it, mate? Absolutely. I hate that race. Yeah,
Oh,
of course.
Bloody hell, I blinked. She just replied back to it. Bloody hell, Mama, that was quick.
She's not top mod for nothing.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But yeah, I mean, this will be interesting. It's, was it 5 minutes of extra time? So it nearly must be over for them. But yeah,
Oh,
just...
Tim Howard, you bald fraud. He's there's a clip that's just come out of BN Sports, an interview with Tim Howard. He's going on about, the Glazers own the football club, and that in turn is a business. When you spend your billions to own a business, you have the right to run it in any way you want. Like, but they didn't spend billions. They fucking loaned hundreds of millions and then turned it into debt. They spent £0, 0 cents to get the club. They attained it in a method that's now illegal, Tim. It's illegal.
Oh, Lewis Hall is ruled out for the rest of the season with a foot injury sustained in last week's defeat to Liverpool. That's another player out of the way, another defender out of the way for Newcastle.
Damn.
Bloody hell.
You're like the Aaron Ramsey to Newcastle. When Aaron Ramsey used to score goals, a celebrity would die.
That's true. That's bloody true.
It's like, please stop Aaron Ramsey from scoring, injury or something. Ryan Shawcross, come back.
I was thinking, what is it this season? Because if you notice, is a hell of a lot of bloody injuries. I think this is the most injuries we've had in one season out of all the players. What is it?
Funny if I remember who was the manager at the time.
Water.
I'm trying to think who the manager. I don't know if it was Allardyce.
Yeah.
We had a season where we had a load of players injured as well. So it's your turn this year, that's for sure. But
definitely,
it's our turn every year.
Yeah. Pep's saying you should do a grand national sweepstake for fun the Wednesday before. Maybe Anthony can get that arranged for us.
Yeah, and you got the Cheltenham races coming up as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
The only sweeping I'm doing is Minesweeper.
Minesweeper. Liverpool win. Mark saying Alisson just held the ball for 21 seconds, so the ref blew full time. Yeah, as you do.
Yeah. I get why you said that, Nathan. You're going to be doing that this weekend when you got Arsenal. You're going to minesweep yourself in the game.
That Amarim's going to be doing Minesweep on the touchline. Everyone's going to think, oh, look, he's looking at tactics. And he's like, no, I'm playing Minesweep, guys, and Spider Solitaire.
One thing I forgot to mention, going back on the Paqueta thing, I think I mentioned this a couple of early part of last year, but with this Paqueta, the FA are trying to give him a lifetime ban.
But the FA are corrupt, so
yeah, and he just might. If that's the case, then Tony, he just might as well bloody hang his boots up now. It's sad, really. I mean, because you look at it, the betting scam, the last one was obviously Ivan Toney. You know, he had a 9 months ban. No, actually, no, it wasn't. It's half a season, wasn't it? Or was it 9 months?
Well, yeah, it was a 9 month.
Yeah, 9 months.
Yeah.
But for some reason, what they're trying to say is because of what he did, influencing and this and the other. Yeah, they want to give him a lifetime ban. That's what they're looking for.
So how long has he got left on his contract, Toon, in all fairness?
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe people in the chat can help me on that one. I'm trying to think myself then.
Because surely, if that's the case, then he would be paid off for his contract. But with this lifetime ban, does it mean that would he be allowed, like after retirement age? Could he come back as a scout or a coach or no?
No, I think this is kind of if they want to bring it down. It's a case of literally.
They might as well line up against the wall and shoot him.
Cool, blimey.
Contract expires June the 30th, 2027. Option for a further year.
Bloody hell, so he's only got 3 years of pay. I don't know how much he's on a year of wages, but he's only got 3 times that salary then.
I think he's on the scene there. Looking at this, this was obviously going back to the season before. They reckon 150,000 a week.
Lovely.
So I think
Leon's head
silly.
coach, Paulo Fonseca, has been handed a 9-month ban for confronting referee Benoit Milot.
Wow.
And he's suspended until November 30th, subject to an appeal.
Jesus. Rich said, I wonder if Old Trafford will get flooded this weekend. Not with rain, with lemon juice.
Yeah, we're going to squeeze all the lemons. We're just going to barbecue.
Squeeze all the
Helicopters are going to be flying over.
Children look at
It's the only way
Mullins
they can
now.
get the game cancelled.
Yeah.
Thanks you, Stephen, for this as well. Yeah, because his betting scandal was different. He's being done for spot fixing, which is a lot more serious.
Ah, right.
Because I think they're saying that a lot of it was influenced out in Brazil.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So we're going to come to the end of the show shortly. Just a couple of things. Obviously, people that do these score predictions, please put them in and that. I've had to start from scratch, but for some reason the file deleted off the system, and I've got to go all over again. Lucky enough, I've got all the records, so I should get that organised. I'm already starting on it now.
He didn't like how far down the table he was, so he corrupted the file.
Corrupted the file.
Start from scratch. We're all on 0 again.
Bastard, I was top.
With the new rule coming in for keepers, watch Anana hold the ball for 7 seconds in his hands, turn around and kick it out for a corner.
Yeah.
True.
He'll kick it into his own net, mate.
Michael saying, have you heard anything on the summer window being messed up due to the World Club Cup? Yeah.
Not so much that, but rather everyone that's going on about, we want the window to shut before a game has been played in the league. So I wonder how that's going to work out for clubs.
That's because how are we going to do business if that's the case? That's the question.
Yeah.
I think Ian R's just won himself 150 quid.
Sounds good. I mean, when Paqueta wants to go back to Brazil, well, yeah. I mean, if that's the case, I mean, not being funny, when he has been playing the last couple of games, we haven't exactly missed him, which is good. So, we can get the money and run, take it. Banana, more is as good as a penalty. Yeah, really.
Makes you think on that Paqueta team. I mean, it most probably would have been better off before this come in, because do you remember Man City came in for was it for about 80 mil?
86, something like that kind of thing. Yeah, roughly about that.
Oh, blimey, it would have been nice to have sorted before that then, wouldn't it?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to kind of put everyone in the picture that's still in the chat with us, Easter, we've got to sort a date out, but for Easter time, when the Easter comes along, we will be seeing the return of the Quizmaster Will for an Easter quiz. So get your thinking hats back on. He's already got his question bank ready to go. So we've just got to get the date settled and we go from there. We've just got to kind of make sure that his missus drops the second child first of all. Otherwise, that could have a little bit.
Lost the second shot. Yeah. See ya.
Get on with it.
Yeah. Are you coming to the hospital? Love? No, I'm on a quiz tonight.
Do the quiz.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, do the quiz. Go and do it yourself. You'll be all right. No worries at all. So yes, Will the Quizmaster will be returning. So yeah, get yourselves in on that one. Fuzz, have you got any hope for tomorrow night? I'm positive, going for a ball 1 United. We'll all take that, I guess.
No, we're guaranteed to lose because Sausage had lost last game 4-0. So it's written in the stars that they come back and hand us a 3-0 loss.
Exactly, yeah. I forgot to say it earlier. Good evening, Darren, as well. Good to see you. And I do believe this as well, mate. If Paqueta gets a lifetime ban, that would be worldwide, wouldn't it not? I think that's what it would be. They would look to kind of get it worldwide.
Would have to be It would have
coaching.
to be UEFA or FIFA.
Well, yeah, I mean, and I could see them put the FA pushing that as well. So they'll make sure that he does not take part in any activity of football from that point.
Blimey.
Evening, Joanne. Hope you're doing well. Good to see
Hello,
you.
Joanne.
Do we win a chocolate egg? I'm sure we could push the boat out for one of those.
Make it happen.
Yeah, we could do that. Win a chocolate egg. It'd be delivered to your door personally by Amazon.
I was going to say that's.
They'll post it through your keyhole.
But yes, we will look to do that for you, Pepsi. That's not a problem. Anyone wins it, they'll get they'll get a nice chocolate egg. Richard's saying yes, love the quiz. Always beats Anthony. He's thick as fuck. Years ago, he thought Aston Villa played in West Ham's kit.
Fuck off! That's bullshit. That was him.
I
And I'll
heard
tell you
that
what.
Burnley did the same.
In all fairness, lads, what am I like on a quiz?
Shit. But other than that,
Bollocks.
Joe's saying Arsenal scored all their goals for the rest of the season last night. Yeah, done and dusted. Done and dusted. Howard, cheers to you as well, mate. Going over the Oscar Hammers. We're going to be wrapping up ourselves anyway. But as always, appreciate you being here. And as always,
You know what,
coming your wines.
that's a funny thing. Arsenal scored all their goals for the rest of the season. Well, they're talking about Jez was talking about a theory that because Josh Kroenke visited Arsenal recently and didn't have a conversation with Arteta, that they're conspiring behind his back to get him replaced. And Arteta's caught onto it. And it's like, right, now all of a sudden we're going to start destroying teams. Like,
Yeah.
Can you imagine if that's actually what he does? Like, that'd be incredible.
Because apparently, Kroenke's coming to have crunch talks, but we'll see on that. Colin, thank you very much as always. I'll just say good night to you, Tony, Fuzzy, Anthony, you wonderful gentlemen. Always been a pleasure being in the chat with you. See you all next time. God bless and take care. Colin, hopefully see you tomorrow on the West Ham review.
Take care, Colin.
Look forward to see you there as well.
Take care, Colin.
On that note, mate, Fuzzy, where can people find you and what have you got coming up?
You can usually find me at home, at my house.
Right, we're all going to go round there, pile in, and
Everybody come round.
watch Fuzzy live in his room.
I'll rather watch the football.
I'll do a sleep stream.
Night, Richard.
Good night, Rich.
Yeah, find me on HotFuzz44 AG.
Yeah, up to you as well, Michael. Good night
Nice.
as well, mate.
I'm a bit too tired to. Well, I probably will pre-record a preview of this game tomorrow night because I probably won't be back home from work until roughly the sort of time it kicks off. So yeah, the match reaction will follow after that though, and of course the weekend's affair with Arsenal up the arse. That's what she said. And yeah, that's pretty much me.
Exactly, Matt. All round fuzzies for chocolate milkshake. Absolutely. He will make it a special for us. Anthony, have you got anything coming up?
Not personally, no. I mean, I haven't got to that stage yet where I got to take Viagra, Tom. But yeah.
So we know the postcode. We'll just send it along there and any blue pills.
Well, it's just maybe obviously on we got Monday Night Takeaway coming up. I couldn't make it on the last show. I was bloody busy, so I was.
You were watching a film, apparently.
Yeah,
I was watching the film. And obviously, I did watch the show, and I did put comments in. And I got to be honest with you, Fuzzy. How did you think you did hosting that show? Because personally, I thought you were shit, son. So
it was great. It was fantastic. A cataclysmic show.
Yeah. If Fuzzy wants to do a show on Friday regarding the Arsenal Man United game, he's just got send me a message and send a link over if he wants to. And
just send me the link and I'll ignore it.
And then and obviously then back here on Wednesday. There's one question I want to ask Fuzzy. Fuzzy, how much is Diego Simeone on a year? Because I remember I put that in the chat, and I said he was on about 40 million a year.
I
35,
think
is it, or
the
something?
average of reports is about $34 million. I think it is.
34. So I said about 40, so 35. So I wasn't that far off. So, it was just that somebody said, nah, he's not on that. Obviously that was dead.
It's like, fuck off, he's not on that.
Yeah,
Fuck.
that was the
Yeah.
words.
Fuck
But,
you, Anthony, with that
But then I
shit.
think someone put it was 41 million euros.
I think
Oh,
that was his
he
old
put that in.
contract.
What's his name again?
Yeah.
What's the
Simeone.
manager?
Simeone, yeah.
Simeone, Diego Simeone. So I think I read it was somewhere like, it wasn't far off of what Yeti was saying. So it was around about 35 million a year, something like that. But he's the world's highest earner as a manager.
Apparently it says here, Diego Simeone, the manager of Atletico Madrid, earns around 25.9 million per year. This makes him one of the highest paid managers in the world.
25? No, it was more than that. When I googled it was more than that.
So it says here, the highest paid soccer managers, Diego Simeone leads all soccer managers earning $30 million a year. 10 of the highest paid soccer managers are from the Premier League. Yeah, so 32.2 million a year.
Right. So I knew it was around about. I said about 40. So I want. All right, I was a couple of mil off. I should say. I'm not Carol Vorderman, but
thank you, matey. Colin loves a chocolate milkshake.
Colin.
Colin is converted.
Joanne says she loves Simeone. He's different, some unlike Arteta. I wanna. Okay.
Okay.
Joanne.
Joanne. What about Fuzzy, Joanne? But what would you rate him out of 10? That was a joke. She'll come back and go, my Fuzzy's definitely a 10 out of 10.
She wants Atletico to win. So, yeah.
Oh, against Real Madrid. Then it's more likely that we'll have Atletico Madrid then.
Arsenal Medics give Fuzzy a rating of 2. For people that are still hanging around for the chat, thanks for still being with us in that. You'll find me on tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, with Budgie with the West Ham review. And then on Sunday night, we're going to have to do the Sunday night takeaway. We'll be back. Fuzzy will be hosting again. He doesn't know it yet. And then on Monday,
don't forget to put your Fuzzy abuse in the chat as well whilst you're at
it. I shall have Mama Flossie on with me for the live watch along for the West Ham Newcastle game as well. Arsenal Manic saying beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
If that's the case, then no wonder the whole world looks ugly to you.
Simeone was a nutter. He was slap Arteta. Yeah, he would give Arteta a thing. And big up Peter. Thanks, Arsenal Manic, as always. Appreciate it. But yeah. And night to you as well, Mama.
Night, Mama.
Sleep well.
Good night,
and
Mama.
I'll message you before the Monday night anyway with the stuff.
Yeah, Newcastle's going to win that.
Yeah, they're going to get slapped.
But no, thanks for hanging around with us and that. We've really enjoyed this one. It's good to be back on there as well for myself. And it's good to be back with these two. It has been a while. So we've covered most things, all three clubs, plus obviously what's coming up. The only thing we haven't done is the score predictors, but we'll leave that. And the score predictors for our teams. But yeah, I look forward to seeing you two having a little kind of ding-dong on Friday about your game. That should be quite interesting. What you come out with.
Yeah. I've got to be prepared. I'm gun blazing.
You should get Jimmy Now on too. Jimmy Now. God dear.
Crocodile shoes.
What a good looking fella that bloke was.
Did you reckon he looks a bit like Tony Adams?
Yes. Yeah. I've easily done that. Thank you, Arsenal. Smash the like on the way out. Absolutely. And on that note, we'll be out. So, as always, from the three of us, for the greater good.
To the
The
greater
three
good.
too good.
Good night, all.
Right.